Hi there, I'm Cheyenne.
And I'm Juan.
And we are
Down with the Dominguezes.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back with season 2 of Down with the Dominguezes. I'm Cheyenne Dominguez, and I'm here with my other half.
Je m'appelle Juan.
So for the last few days, you've been speaking French. You're on this, I'm going to speak French kick and tell everybody why.
Sure. Well, there's two reasons.
Why you're speaking French now.
One, I started a new job, and the home office is in Canada.
Right.
And there's a big French-Canadian presence there. So everyone there pretty much can speak English and French. So I thought that was one thing. But I think the other driver was my recent DNA test results.
Yeah, so I got you that Ancestry DNA kit, probably over a year ago. And
I wouldn't take it, right?
You wouldn't take it?
You don't know, can't hurt you, right?
It took you a long time to open that box.
It took me a long time.
I think it's like 2 Christmases ago or something.
I ran out of things to do one night. I was like, give me that thing. Spit in it.
And the results finally came back.
The results came back, and really to no one's surprise, you were doubting some of my heritage, and I was,
And turns out you are truly just a man of the world, an international man of mystery.
I prefer an international man of mystery. What's that? The most
the most interesting man in the world.
Interesting man in the world, darling. So here's the good news. Everyone can claim a little piece of me. So you know what? I'm spread all around the world.
Every continent, every culture.
I think the only thing here is Antarctica. But let's go through it a little bit. Spain, 44%. And
biggest representation.
And I thought it would be Cuba, but I guess, descendants from Spain.
Right.
French, the lover part of me.
Oh, wow. It's even more than I thought.
19%.
19% French. I thought it was 11. 19%. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, yes. Portugal, 18%. So we stay on the peninsula there.
You do. Wow.
And then Ireland, I think everyone knew, my love of beer and all things Irish.
It went deep. It went deep.
Yeah,
the beer went deep.
Yeah. And then indigenous Cuba, 3%. And I'll go through the rest real quick. Nigeria, 2%.
Wow.
Eastern South America, 2%. Germanic, you can tell I'm kind of tough. 1%. Cameroon, 1%. Yucatan Peninsula, 1%. And you know what? To top things off and to get everyone on the map, a little bit of Russian, 1%.
I like that you have a lot of 1%.
Yeah, I think spread it out. I love the occasional iced vodka. So I think it all makes sense to me.
Yeah, I would just like to remind you though, you actually don't speak French. You've been walking around the house every day.
Bonjour. I'm getting there. Getting there, honey.
All right. Well, I look forward to you making French your third language.
Well, actually my fourth. I speak a little German.
We did a podcast about that.
Yeah.
And you really don't speak German.
I don't. 3 semesters I could order a beer. That's about it. It's not my proudest moment.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're back with semester 2. The holidays are over. And we had a fun holiday season. We jumped on the family pajama bandwagon. So I got everyone matching pajamas, and I'm kind of proud of myself. I think that we look really good.
They look great.
And it was fun.
It was fun. Our little one, he really dug it. He was very excited. Hadn't seen a genuine smile like that other than for Fortnite in a long time. So that was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting that everyone had the same pajamas except me. For some reason, my shirt, I don't know if it didn't come in,
Well, we all had the same exact pajama set. Yours, there wasn't your size in that shirt, so I had to get you a different shirt. But you're the king of our clan, so I thought it'd be you would stand out a little bit.
I was like the king.
It was very similar, almost matching.
Maybe next time a crown instead of a different shirt.
I tried my best. They're very popular. It's hard to get everyone's exact sizes.
Must be really tough to get a medium. But anyway, it's fine, honey. It was a lot of fun.
All right. It was fun.
A lot of fun.
And we got to do a virtual meetup with the real Santa.
That's right.
That was fun. But I think I was more excited than the kids at this point. It's kind of sad.
I kind of like that at first they thought he was a fake Santa, but as he
The boys did.
revealed more and more, he knew
He
a
knew
lot
about the
about each of
boys.
them. And he knew they'd been naughty. And but
That's true.
he was a very generous Santa. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun. And we got the Facebook portal. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. The Facebook portal has this new camera that's supposed to like move as you move. So it follows you. And if there's more than one person in the room, if someone stands up or sits down, the camera will like pan left or right or in or out. And so that's been fun. And we've been using that for like some of our fun night stuff. We did that game night, the trivia night.
That's right. We had trivia night.
And we did it on the portal. We logged in on the portal. Members. And all of our family. Yep. I have a couple family members who haven't set up their portal yet. So I'm not going to call them out this time. They better get that thing set up. We're going to call them out next time.
Yep.
All right. But we did the trivia night.
That virtual game night.
Virtual game night. And it was like small teams. Right?
Of two.
Teams of two. Yep. Okay. And how many were there? Like 10 teams?
Like 10 teams. It was fun. Yeah. I can't remember. Were you the captain or was I the captain? Oh, I was
why does it matter?
Well, of course it matters.
Two of us. Well, what matters is we came in last place in trivia.
We didn't use Google and we didn't use our phones. And on some of those questions,
I know some of those questions you had like 5 minutes to come up with your list of answers, and we were very honest. We didn't even get our phones out. We were good.
I'm sure.
But I think it reflects in our last place positioning.
I'd like to think so. I'd like to hope so anyway.
So speaking of nighttime events, you've got this newish nighttime routine that I'm not quite so sure about. So I want to poll the audience, but I know you already polled your friends. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about my husband having a glass of milk every night. Is this okay for a grown man to do? I know it's okay, but is it common? Are grown men out there having a glass of milk? I know you're having your plant milk, which is great. So it's healthy, but it's an interesting nightcap.
It's a nightcap. It's a way to kind of put the end to the eating and drinking on, just a little finality.
Just cap it off with some plant milk.
And it's not unusual.
Really?
In Jersey, I could tell you my 3...
So you polled your friends. So we disagreed about this. You polled your friends.
Anytime we disagree, I poll my friends.
You polled Jimmy, Chris, and Fran.
Yep.
So it's Jimmy, Chris, and Fran. That's who is always being polled. So
yeah.
And not surprisingly, Jimmy, Chris, and Fran, they sided with you.
Oh, no, I didn't lead them on. That's not fair. I didn't lead them on. I was like, hey, yes or no.
How did you position the question?
I think it was just like that. Yes or no, glass of milk with dessert or something like that. Because I think it was
less like about... one dessert or like having it most nights, almost every night.
Well, maybe me having it most nights is a little unusual, but you were totally against the whole milk thing.
I think it's odd.
And the American Dairy Association is going to come after you. I'll tell you that right now. They're not going to be.
We're not talking about dairy anyway. It's a glass of plant milk.
Anyway, at the end of the day, they were all in favor of milk with dessert, which was one of the things where I had to draw the line because you were like, "Oh, no grown man has milk with dessert." I said, "Of course they do. All three." Well, two out of the three.
One was
Jimmy.
absent. He was absent.
Jimmy.
He was probably just had too many other better things to do than
that answer my milk question. But he came around. He came around once I told him how he had to vote.
Anytime I've ever been with you and gotten together with them, I've never seen any of these guys drink a glass of milk at night.
Well, you go to bed early. or we stay up late.
And you guys stay up late drinking milk? Is that what you're doing? Drinking plant milk?
Other things. And then, you need the base coat. You need a little dessert and a base coat before you go to bed. And
so you just, everyone, they're all topping it off with some
kind
of milk, whatever.
I won't go to anyone's house unless I bring a gallon of milk with me. And half.
All right. I want to hear from the audience. You got a comment, you can call in, you can email us, but okay, is this common to have a glass of milk, whether it's dairy milk or plant milk? I don't think that matters.
Give me milk or give me death.
Okay. All right. We're gonna poll people and see what they say. Is this common? Is this normal?
So, it's that time of the year, coming off the holidays. We had to winterize the RV, which was
so sad.
Very sad. We had a lot of good trips with the Big Kahuna this year.
Yeah, we got the Big Kahuna is our RV. You can listen to an earlier episode in season 1 and hear all about it. But we had lots of fun. Corona safe. We had some long weekend getaways, and we're cozied up nicely in our own beds with our own bathroom and own kitchen safely. But we did have to winterize it. And you,
well, right before it was our last trip that we got to take. We got to take kind of a late fall trip because the weather cooperated, and I noticed that the awning was broken, and I immediately went into a panic. Awning 911, looking at my different.
I'm glad we're talking about this, because when something breaks or you think something breaks, one of the things you do is like you go right into 911 mode.
Immediate
where you're gonna
action is required.
You're like Googling awning specialists.
Well, I gotta fix it.
On call 24 hours a day.
You know how handy I am, and I'm gonna fix it.
And it's sad.
So what happened with the awning?
Okay, so the awning, there was nothing wrong with the awning. Now, for everyone listening, it's an automatic electric awning. So there was no, turning a wheel or anything. Juan just had to press a button to retract the awning, and it wouldn't come in. And you were getting on your phone. You were going to Google the, who knows? I think you were going to.
I was going to take a bat to it, is what I was going to do.
So I just said, let's just stop and assess the situation. Calmly.
Stop and assess.
Stop and assess.
Steps 1 and 2.
So I didn't have like a stool or anything. So I got up on the picnic table and climbed up in there and just, looked up in there and saw that a little tree branch had kind of gotten, gotten wedged in there. And I just gently took that out, hit the button again, and voila, the awning retracted perfectly. And nothing was wrong with it. You were like in panic mode.
Well,
which happened. Like that's kind of what happened with the wine cooler.
Well, the wine cooler was broken.
The wine cooler was not broken.
All our expensive wines.
Expensive $20 bottles.
I looked at it. There was no power to it, and I panicked.
Yeah. I think it just had to be like plugged in properly.
Well,
it had, I don't know if it gotten loose or what it was, but you were already like on your phone. You were talking about it. The wine cooler's not working. It's broken.
I didn't stop.
These things are so cheap. They don't last long. They have such short lifespans. Oh
yeah. I think I had to cancel my order for Amazon. I think there was another one on the way. Yeah.
And it just had to be plugged in properly. And it happened when we were playing tennis. We had gotten the ball machine, which is
expensive.
Powered.
It's powered and expensive. It's $10 an hour.
It's $10 an hour.
And, we're 3 minutes in, that thing's not working, and I'm panicking, and I'm like,
We're like, when we get the ball machine, you want to amortize our time with the ball machine.
A lot of balls, honey.
You start ordering us like, okay, everybody line up. Each person of the family gets 2 balls, and then the next person gets. You start bossing us around. That like one ball can't be missed, because that would be like inefficient. We wouldn't be getting the full value of the $10 ball machine. But this day the ball machine wasn't working, and you were like about to send up a flare to get the maintenance team out there, or
it's like throwing money out the window. Every minute that thing's down.
You were on your phone.
Yep.
You were waving around. And I just said, okay, something's not right. Let's just assess the situation.
It was plugged in this time.
It was plugged in. And you did go and look to check if it was plugged in. I did notice that. But still, you were kind of like in a hurry, in a bit of a frenzy. So I went over there and I saw it was plugged into one of those fancy outlets. It's like GFCI, whatever that is.
Push button thingy.
But I know from experience that sometimes you have to reset those outlets. And so I reset the outlet, and then
there it was. Boom.
The
tennis balls again. I was happy.
You were so happy that you weren't losing your $10.
So happy.
Yeah. So stop,
look and listen.
Look and listen, just like you're approaching the train tracks. Calm. And just like, don't go into
from now on,
fix it mode.
Stop, look, and listen.
Stop, look, and listen.
Good words.
No
Good advice for our listeners.
I think so. Stop, look, and listen.
I like it.
All right. We had a lot of fun. We're back. We're glad to be back with season 2. Season 1, I think we should report on how much of a success Down with the Dominguezes was season 1.
Big revenue generator. $14.63 in
sponsor revenue. We made almost $15. So folks,
close.
We're
so close.
Maybe season 2 we'll make that we'll reach that $15 mark in sponsorship money.
Do we have to report that in taxes? I don't taxable? Do we get a 1099 for that?
I don't know.
All right.
But it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Thanks everyone for listening. We have a lot of fun with this, and we'll be back again soon.
See you soon.
If you've enjoyed Down with the Dominguezes, it would mean so much to us if you'd leave a review and share it with a friend. Thanks, everyone.